Hey, what is up guys, it's Ogni here, and today's video is going to be a new unboxing video of the new Sacred Beast structure deck. This structure deck is amazing and it's one of a kind in my opinion. It is really cool to see these monsters back into the game, and now they can probably do something also in the meta, since I already saw some cool combos that this deck can perform thanks to the new cards, the main deck monsters, and the new spell card especially. Also the trap card is super strong. So let's get started, and I have another copy of this one, and I will give this away in a giveaway, so stay tuned and I will say all the rules. Before we start, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, give a like on the video, follow me Ogni1993 on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram, follow my competitive Yu-Gi-Oh team, the Omnia players, on Instagram, Facebook, Discord and Twitch, and download the Yu-Gi-Oh dual calculator application to check your life points. So let's get started, and as I told you, I will do a giveaway of the one copy of the Sacred Beast structure deck. The only thing you gotta do, the only mandatory step, it is subscribing to the channel, give it a like and tag 2 friends of yours in the comments down below, which will subscribe to the channel as well. Then I will leave all the rules to the giveaway in the description box below, so you can check them out and you can perform different actions to have more entries. So let's get started and let's crack open this guy in here. So I crack open this, and that's the final result. So as you can see on the first face in here, we got the new Raviel. This card is absolutely astonishing, the artwork is so nice. And then on the other side we got this guide card, which is pretty cool. I know that most of the people are just throwing this into the trash can, but I usually keep this because they are really cool, also if you put them on in your binder. So let's try to open this now, and it is always so hard to open this stuff.
1 hour later.
Okay, I managed to open this here. So these are the cards. We can find a lot of foils in this structure deck, so let's get started. Let's get started by taking a look at the new Raviel. This card is absolutely gorgeous in the artwork, as you can see. It is really gigantic, you can understand it. Raviel, this is so cool. So 4k bit stick, both in attack and defense, and it's a fiend of course. This cannot be normal summon or set, it has to be special summon from your hand by tributing 3 monsters. You can use one of each effect of the following effects once per turn. So quick effect, the first one, I'm reading the first one. You can discard this card, then target one Raviel that you control. For the rest of this turn, his attack will be double of this or of his original attack, of his current attack, and then it can attack all the opponent's monsters one each, which is absolutely crazy. UCT vibes. If this card is in your graveyard, you can tribute 1 monster and add this card back to your hand. So this is also recurrent, which is absolutely gorgeous. So let's keep this aside. Then we got the Uriah. This card is super cool. We already had this in a ultra rare version, if I remember well, it was from Duza probably, but we didn't have this with the new ultra rare foiling that you can see here. So also the stars are foil, and the, of course, logo of the attribute, the fire, which is absolutely crazy. I really love this. And this is a pyro monster, so let me know in the comments down below which other pyro monsters you know, because the pyro type, it is so underrated and is not considered a lot. Then we got Hamon of the Thunder. This card is absolutely gorgeous as well, as you can see. I really feel some childhood vibes by looking at these cards. I am kind of like speechless. Look at this Raviel. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is so cool to see these cards again. I really love it. Then we got the Army Tile. This is the fusion of all the 3 Sacred Beasts, as you can see. And if I remember well, this is the only card in the game that has the 10,000 printed on it. Okay, 10,000 attack, because this card can reach 10,000 attack during your own turn. so you can easily one-shot your opponent, and the artwork is bonkers. Then we got the spell card, the Cerulean Skyfire, I guess is the English name. It is a continuous spell. You can special summon Amon using his procedure, but you can also use spell cards that you control, which are set. Once per turn, while you control an Amon of the Thunder, of course, in attack position, you can negate any spell or trap effect activated by your opponent, and then moving your Amon into defense position. And then if an Uraya, Amon or Raviel that is face up on your field will leave the field, you will not take any other damage. So that's the translation. I'm translating in at the moment for you. I hope that you can understand it, and I know that you love the foreign cards, so the Italian cards are pretty gorgeous, I know. Then we got the continuous trap card, Hyper Flame, I don't know, I guess that's the name, with the Uraya in the artwork, pretty cool. So this is basically the same but for Uraya, so you can also tribute the continuous set trap cards that you got in order to special summon the Uraya. And then once per battle, when an attack is declared involving Uraya, you can send one trap card from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and his attack will become the number of traps, of face-up traps on the field and in the graveyards times 1000 for the rest of this turn. And then once per turn you can discard one card and add to your hand, or special summon one Uraya, Amon or Raviel from your graveyard, ignoring his summoning conditions. Okay guys, so when a card allows you to ignore the summoning conditions, you know that it is super strong. It's basically the same that happened with the double Evo Peel. At the beginning no one cared about that, and then it spiked up in price and it was really hard to be found. Then we got another spell card, foil spell card with all the sacred beasts printed on it, which is pretty cool. This is the Dimensional Fusion Destruction, something like that. And this card states as follows: so you can banish from your hand, field and or graveyard the fusion materials that are on a Phantasm fusion monster, and then special summon that monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Once again, you will not take further damage from attacks involving that monster. And then if you control an Uraya, Amon or Raviel, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. So it is another spell speed 4 card that is being printed, and it is absolutely crazy how the game is going nowadays. So these are the foils that you can find. They are all pretty cool and useful for your strategy. I think that you will play pretty much all of this in your deck, both in a budget build and in a competitive build. So let's take a look at the commons now. We got the Chaos Nucleus, I guess, then the Dark Summoning Beast, if I remember well, and then the trios that we can find basically in the builds of this cool deck. The Chaos Summoning Beast, Dark Summoning Beast, once again, probably the name is not that. Then let's start with the reprints. The Sky Blaster, this is super cool of a reprint, super strong, bringing tokens in link format. Squirmer, so long time that I don't see this card. Then the Rainbow Dragon, the Dark Rainbow Dragon, which is super cool to see once again. Trogoidia, which is kind of like a forgotten level 10. I saw this in some old, really old train deck profiles, since it's a free level 10 on the field. Then Radiant, a cool reprint for a kaiju. This is the most used kaiju, of course, after the Gamma Seal, and it's dark, so it can be also target for the Allure of Darkness. And if you want to build this deck, all these monsters are dark, so I really suggest you to run Allure of Darkness, even if it's not printed in this structure deck. Then the Chaos Hunter, which is a really cool hand trap that not a lot of people are playing, but is super cool. Then this card is so scary, I really hate the artwork. Then the Stygian Patrol, Farfa, shout out to Farfa. Then the Fabulous, Cerberel. I think that the only reason why we got this in here, I will show you, it is the Melfi. So I pulled this in the last video. Go up here and check it out if you missed it, the opening of the legendary duelist. And I think that Melfi will be pretty much used, and they are basically some beast cards, and it's kind of like a raccoon deck 2.0, and some raccoon lists who's used to play this, so maybe that's the reason why they decided to print this in here. Then we got the Danger Chupacabra. This is one of the best dangers, and of course one of the few dangers that is still at 3 altogether with Mothman. Then for the spell cards we got the Gate in here, which is super strong. The Fallen Paradise, shout out to Milton. Then the Martiri Fantasma, Cronache Magiche, Terraforming, super cool, over reprint. Set Rotation, once again, let me think about Set Rotation, and I think about Mystic Mine, so maybe they want to put Set Rotation back at 3 and ban Mystic Mine finally. Let's see what happens. Then this Field Spell is super strong for the level 10 strategies, and I'm really glad that they reprinted it. Then the 1-for-1, which is a super cool card in general, but in the strategy of the deck allows you to go into this card in here, which is a level 1, so you really want to play this. And maybe once again they will put the 1-for-1 also out of the ban list and put in at 2 like the OCG has. Then we got the Beginning of the End, which is a super cool card. It seems that there is no artwork if I put it like this, but it is one of the most mysterious artworks for me in the whole game. I don't understand what it is, a seal, something like that. This card saw a lot of play, especially when the Dangers were released. Then Pot of Desires, probably one of the best reprints that you can find in the Sacred Beast structure deck. Then the seal in here that allows you to get back all of your monsters. This was used in Great Old Kaiju strategies. Then the Field Barrier, shout out to Jeff Leonard for the Mystic Mine. This is so cool to protect the Mystic Mine and stall the game there. Then the Swords in here, MST, and the lightning of the MST, it is the same lightning of the one that you can find in the logo of my team. So go follow the Omnia players once again, guys, support my team. And then the trap card. This trap card is so strong, I'm gonna read this. It is a continuous trap card, as you can see. Once again, we got all these Sacred Beasts in the artwork, which is pretty cool. I don't know why this is common, because it's super strong. So basically this card will gain effects, and it depends on how many cards you got on your field, which are Uriah, Hamon, and Raviel. If you got at least one, every time that your opponent will normal special summon a monster, you would gain life points equal to that monster's attack, which is a really good of a protection. Then if you got 2 or more, this is basically a skill drain. You're gonna negate all the effect monsters on the opponent's side of the field, and if you got 3 of them, every monster that is sent to the graveyard will be banished instead, just for the opponent. So it is a skill drain plus a Macrocosmos plus Ghost Sister Spooky Dogwood in one single card, and it's a continuous trap card that you can also tribute for the cards that we saw before. Then we got a couple of old reprints in here. This was used in Paleozoics when Paleo came out. Also, this one is really old. The Mistake, it is a really good floodgate in my opinion. Nice to see a reprint of this. The Moki Moki in here, super cool. Then we got the Trilogy, which is another cool card that you can bring out easily with this deck. It was reprinted also in Dual Overload. And then a couple of tokens, different tokens, which are pretty cool, and I'm glad that Konami started printing specific tokens also for us here in the TCG. And then we got a Duel Links advertisement, the Legacy of the Duelist advertisement, and the Legendary Duelist Season 1 advertisement, all together with these. This can be a really good token, I really love this. So that's basically it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I think that this deck is super cool, one of a kind, as I said before. It is really appealing for the collectors, but it can have some meta applications as well. I'm really sure about that because I saw already some cool combos that this deck can perform. So if you want to get your hands on a structure deck, I'm doing a giveaway, shipping worldwide. So what you have to do, it is just subscribe to the channel, giving a like on the video and tagging 2 friends of yours that will subscribe as well, and then you can have more entries by following the rules that you can find in the description box below. So that's it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and follow me Okra1993 on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Follow my competitive Yu-Gi-Oh team, the Omnia players, on Instagram, Facebook and Discord, and download the Yu-Gi-Oh dual calculator application to check your life points, and subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next one.